Hey guys, how's it going? I want to say roughly 2 or 3 years ago, if you've been around this channel for a while, you probably recognize this tractor. This is my 1972 Homelite T12. This is actually the 5th T12 that was ever built in 1972. And they only built these tractors in 1972. They didn't continue them into any other year, which I actually thought was pretty cool. I actually picked this tractor up at a parts yard, I want to say it's been about 3 years now, probably. I think I was in high school when I got this tractor. Got it, saved it from over there. We came across it at a parts yard and kind of looked at it and thought, you know, this is actually really cool. And I left, and a little bit later, I ended up deciding I wanted it, so I offered him 20, I think I gave him 20 bucks for it. I don't remember how much I gave for it, but I didn't give a whole lot, and they sold it to me. And they told me, or I was told that if I hadn't bought that tractor when I did, the summer after that or when the ground thawed up enough to get it out, it was actually going to be going and being scrapped that year. So, because this was one of the first, I believe one of the first tractors to arrive at that parts yard, so that was pretty cool. So previously on the channel we had done some work to it. We got it, we put it on 4 tires, we put a different engine in it because the engine that it had some issues. There was a mouse nest in the shroud or something, and we couldn't exactly get the flywheel there. I don't remember exactly what the deal was with it, but I know there was something that caused us to have to take it apart and pull the engine. So we got, along the ways, we got a Simplicity Baron, and we pulled the engine out of it. We also pulled the right angle gearbox out of the beveled gearbox, right angle gearbox, whatever you call it, for the transmission that runs from the drive shaft on the engine back to the drive pulley on the transmission. Got that. And we brought it over here and we got into this. We got this took apart and we got the engine out of that, and we put the engine from that into this and also that beveled gearbox. I want to say I did that about a year ago. The plan for the tractor at that time was to get it running, and there was actually a tractor show out in Sandusky I was going to take this up to and drive it around. Something stopped me from doing that. I think if I remember right, the rear end has a leak. It leaked all the fluid out of it basically overnight. So I decided that wasn't going to be such a good idea, and we just kind of dropped the idea and I took something else. So previously, like I said, we got it running and we drove it around, and that was kind of the end of it. I stuck it over there with the intentions of getting back into it, and I want to repaint it. I was going to sand it down, repaint it, but some other stuff got in the way, and I just decided I'm going to get everything else done first. And then this thing got put on the back burner. More tractors arrived in that time since we recorded this, and now I have decided it's about time to get back into this one and get this one up and going again. Depending on how this tractor goes, I'm more than likely going to end up doing my T10 also right after this, so don't know, I guess we'll see. So yeah, I guess let's go on ahead and let's get into it. The first thing I want to do is I want to get this thing basically pulled apart and ready for paint. I've already started on the hood. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's got a spot on the top of it where I've been sanding at. I just wanted to see what was underneath the rust and that red primer that's on there. That I don't know why somebody put that red primer on there, but it actually looks like it saved the paint from being rusted up and destroyed, so I guess that works. So yeah, let's go on ahead and dig into it, and we'll start getting things pulled apart and get it ready to paint.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands.
You ain't. You're
Strong
fine. Keep
like a
going.
tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.
I thought that might happen.
Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They've been gone a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
So I think the first thing that we want to do is just go on ahead and get the headlights taken off of this. That way, and also the side things. I think I have figured out how the side things come off. It actually looks like there's a clip that holds them. We might be able to just pry them off on the outside and get them to come off. This one down here is missing the one clip, and I can push on it, so I'm pretty sure that's how those go. However, I do at least want to try it and see and make sure that that's how they go. I'm also curious about the paint underneath of these and what I'm going to find. Yep, that's what I thought. There we go. So, yeah, them clips just pop right at it, looks like. And then that's what the clip is right there. That's what holds it in. So, nice. Actually, the whole top row's off, so. Hopefully that one. Oh, there's a bee nest in there. Nice. There's a bee's nest inside the hood. I don't even remember seeing that. So there we go, actually. Yeah, there we go, look at that. Some kind of gasket behind it. This must have been there to keep it from rattling. Would be my guess, but So there we go. There's our little thing. There's our clips. I gotta find out where the other two clips went. Yeah, they just grab onto these things, it looks like, and that's what holds them in. I doubt either of these are gonna come out, but I guess we'll give them a shot and see if they do or not. I'll be surprised if they actually do come out. Or survive, for that matter. Oh, damn, that one turns. Holy shit. That actually turns. No, I should spray that down with something to help it. Let's see if this helps. Let's try that. Maybe that'll give us a more fighting chance of getting these to come up here. Don't know if that's why, but it's turning a little easier now. There it goes. There. Either we stripped it out or it's actually coming loose, and it seems like it's actually coming loose. I'd like to figure out what happened to that. It's actually supposed to be there. I'd rather use the actual pin instead of putting a bolt through it. This one I do not see coming loose, but I will find out, I guess, right? No. Break. I don't know if any of the tabs for that side are there or not. I don't think so. To be truly honest with you, I'm surprised any of the tabs are on these still. I figured all of them were busted off. That's cool. I don't see where it went. We'll have to find it. Yeah, well there's one. I don't know if that's the one I want, but there we go. I wonder if I could find new tabs for those. I guess the headlights are next. Considering the fact that this wiring is as old as it is, and I highly doubt any of it is still good, I would usually try to save all the wiring I can. But to be honest with you, I'm pretty certain this wiring is no good. So we'll just take these out. We'll cut them as far away from the light as we can, just in case we end up saving those lights. But again, I highly doubt any of this is going to be reused. So I'm going to take these off. There's a wire clip. I'm using that again. Should get that off here actually. Let's, yep, 3/4. Seems kind of small to me, but I guess that'll work. Both of them are probably going to be fun. What happens when you play with old junk that's been sitting forever? Usually the way it goes. I'm more or less just surprised it's actually not turning the whole light assembly. So now I'm starting to wonder if our thing is either keyed or if it's stuck. It's rust welded itself. Who knows? We'll find out though, I'm sure. There we go. That one's off. I'm not sure, actually. Do that. There it goes. I was gonna say, I feel like it just rust welded itself. Look at that washer. Holy shit. That was uneventful. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and once I do the other side, we'll figure it out from there. So let's see about getting this rest of the way to the part. Actually, we should go on ahead and take this cooler off of here first. Kind of try to keep track of where things go. This one goes to there. And then this one goes to here, so okay. But this is our transmission cooler. I don't know if I can get that off of here or not. I'm not going to be painting the cooler. I'm just going to leave it alone because you got to be able to cool the fluid, and if you paint a cooling block, it's not going to cool very well. So, cooling block, radiator, whatever. Just trying to get these off of here without heating anything. I've got that one off. That one might still be on. There we go, that one's off. Damn it. There we go, those are both off. Cool. So we got that took care of. I'm gonna clean this out. So now we have that off. So these lines just kind of float around, I guess. Really ain't no big deal. They can stay on there. I just wanted that off. Pump and everything else still spins. That's good. So we can take this off, this side of the frame off of here. We gotta take the back off right here. Maybe we don't. Maybe we do. How does this come off? That doesn't hold anything on the tractor. Oh, yeah, it does, actually. We'll get it figured out. So let's get this hitch assembly off of here. Hopefully they come loose. I don't want to push down on it and have my hand get ripped up. Hitch. I figured one of them was going to give me problems. I wasn't sure which one. So remember, that holds these outside hitch points onto the tractor. Now we take them out. And it also holds this hitch frame in there, the subframe, whatever you call that. I know somebody out there will know. So we'll put that together and over there. This half, so we're gonna have to take this off one way or another. So we'll just go on ahead and loosen it. And then once this back portion is off, if we take the wheel off, we should be able to take those 3 bolts out right there, take this side of the frame off, unbolt that side and slide it that way and get it off. At least If I remember right, that's how it should be. I've done this once before on this tractor. And judging by the fact that this is coming loose and this is moving around, that tells me that I think I'm right. Yeah, see, there's our hitch. So then this side over here, this is going to be the fun one. And being that this is a hydrostat, this is going to be interesting because I think that has, maybe not, it may not be what I'm thinking it is. Bear with me, I've never had one of these apart. You get the people that watch one of these videos assuming that the guy that they're watching has taken one of these apart before, but to be completely honest with you, this is the first time I'm really doing this on one of these tractors, so like I usually say, if you're looking for a how-to video, go somewhere else, because this isn't it. And you know, one thing I should do now that I'm thinking about it, is I should take this, that's how it went, and it goes on this side. So I'm just going to do this, so that we know. Well, the other hitch point, the lube is on the tractor, so I don't need that. We'll do this. Make it easier to put back together. Although in the painting process, it's all going to come apart, so I mean, it really doesn't matter. So here's our hitch. It's kind of neat how they have these set up. So I wonder if these thread into there, or if when I go to loosen, when I go to turn these bolts, they'll just, yeah, that's what I thought. They're just sitting in there. Yeah. Right out. There we go. Yep, look at that. See? So there we go. There for now. So this is its own piece, that's its own piece. I think, actually, if we loosen this, unless that's part of, which it very well might be part of this. No, that's not part of it. So I could put this whole, there we go. Could put this whole assembly back together if I wanted to. I should, but nah. So now this is its own separate thing. There's the bolts that hold this to that, and then also up there. So that whole subframe can be removed. I'm just gonna take both of the rear wheels off in order to get that all took care of. But yeah, there you go. We got the whole back of the tractor disassembled. That's really cool. That is really cool. I'd like to be able to save that if I can. So I'm going to get a jack and let's get the other wheel taken off. And once we get the other wheel taken off, we can split the frame. Went ahead and took the wheel off camera, but I think the rest of this we should be able to just take off. It should just be 3 here, and then these ones there. All of them are 5. Yeah, all of them are 5/8. Lock washer is missing off of this one. So there's nothing else bolted to this? No. So it should just be, that goes into the casing. Yeah, I didn't think that one would come loose. Let me grab a ratchet. 50 years. The tractor's over 50 years old, so it's probably been close to 50, almost 60 years since this has been apart. I doubt anything has been done to this in the time it's been existed, pretty much. It seems to be a really original tractor to me. I'm really impressed on the condition of this. This is really in really nice shape. I can't believe that, to be honest with you. I thought this was in a lot worse shape when I first looked at it at the parts yard. But having it here at the shop and actually getting to look at it, you know, it really didn't look that bad. It was just missing a lot of stuff. The fender pan really saved it. It does kind of suck that it was in the dirt though, while it was there. There we go. So after the last bolt, I think the only thing that we have to worry about is that pivot, and I believe that for the most part is it. So this should split, and this is going to be, I hope that's not a drain. I mean, I really hope that's not a drain. Doesn't appear to be. Cool. So let's see. Yeah, like I thought. I was afraid of that. So we may not be able to do my idea. I know. Well, we have that too. I don't know if we'll be able to get this over the axle or not. No. Damn it. No, but it did split it, which is what I wanted. I wonder how hard this hub would be to get off of here. It's keyed. Yeah. Judging by everything else I see, I don't think there's a chance this hub will come off of here. I'm surprised that this isn't cut up here somewhere to slide it down. I would think it would be. Nice to know that that comes out though, to be honest with you. Right there's a, wonder what this spring is for. Huh, interesting. So there's your box there. There's another one of these panels on the other side, and I doubt that one will come off like I was expecting. I was kind of thinking it would, but, well, I guess not. That just answered my question. I doubt this will come off looking in here. I mean, we could try it. Try loosening those up and see what it does. So moving over here, this is the more involved side. This is the one that's going to be fun to figure out. Looking at it, though, it actually doesn't look that terrible. Just take this nut off of here, and that unhooks our brake linkage. So that assembly can move back. Or the one right there is unhooked and gone. And then it's got this other one up here. Looking at it, it looks like there's bolts areas here. These are busted off of the casing though, so I'm beginning to think that at some point in time this tractor had to have been dropped, and I'm assuming that I know exactly what happened to it. I'm fairly sure that at the parts yard it got beat around and abused, so that's kind of my theory on stuff. So just gonna take it and slowly pull her apart. If we can take this off here,
Trying to get that nut to come loose, but it won't. Another wrench. Grab another wrench. Here's another one. Let's give this one a shot. 7/16. Still. Yeah, that one grabs on good and tight. So let's see if we can get this to come loose now. There we go. That other one's kind of wore out and stretched a lot. It's been used. Been around the block a time or two, I'll say. Getting some movement out of that. This is a longer wrench, so it's easier to get. And then once this is out, we've got it pretty much separated, all except for the belt is still hooked up to the pump. Alright, so I don't think we'll be able to get well, maybe. It's kind of wedged. Try unthreading it. What I should have done instead, actually, is I should have came up here and loosened that. Which I didn't even think about doing. So there we go, that's separated. We'll put that off to the side. And then after that now, separated, that's separated. This linkage, once this is figured out, will be separate. You know, I almost wonder if somebody was in the process at one point of doing something to this because it had that red primer on the hood. And then, I don't know. Because the hood was not supposed to be red. That should have been white. So, kind of makes you wonder. There we go. So that now has separated that from this. So if we can get this linkage to come out, whatever, it can stay right there. But this is pretty much separated. That bolt needs to come out. There we go. Only I can get this stupid linkage out of my way. That'd be nice. This belt's all tore up. So there's not really anything holding this except that one bolt. That's really it. That's kind of sad, to be honest with you. If we can get it. Yeah, it's gonna have to be dealt with, I guess. So that's off now. That bolt should come out. How heavy is this rear end? I mean, this is completely separate almost, except for these two lines. So I guess we gotta unhook the lines. Then once we get the lines unhooked, we can go on ahead and get this or do we just want to, I almost think taking them off the housing would be better. The filter. We gotta drain them anyway. That one up there doesn't matter. Come on. Sure. Gotta get onto this one somehow down here. Nice doing this with new lines. Lines. There we go. So that's unhooked. Everything's unhooked from it. So we should be able to slide it that way if we can. And it should not do that. There we go. We are completely separated. So they are now divorced. And you take your half. His. If we can get the fucker to let go. Come on, divorce. There you go. There we go. Piece of shit. So now They are officially divorced. And now we just need to get this away. And I never thought I'd see that pulled apart again, but well, here we are. So let's see about getting this off of here. And once we have this off, we can get to that. You can see that really nice blue underneath some spots on here. So now, there we go, that takes that off. So now we can look down inside of our little compartment. The linkages, this needs to come off. I was hoping that would have some play in it, but I guess it doesn't. Let's see if we can get that pulley to come off. Please tell me that that's not. No, that's just sitting there. Okay, cool. So once we get that off, we can take that back subframe off. If I don't have to, I don't want to take that gearbox apart because it has brush, or it has, what the hell do you call them? Brass gears in it and some other stuff, and I really don't want to take that apart as well. Yeah, we got a loose nut. Or a loose bolt. Nice. That's just what I was hoping to see. Not. So we'll come in here with a pair of vice grips. And we'll see if we can keep this from turning. There we go. I think. There we go. And I saw the pulley move, hopefully on its own, so I think, oh good, it's just sitting on there, cool. That means we should be able to easily get that to come off. Awesome. Yeah, I was kind of nervous thinking that it was going to be stuck on there. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to leave it off for right now. Let's get this frame taken out. Oh, there's our key. Leave that with that. I don't want to lose that. Those should be alright. So it's just these 3 bolts, and all of this back here comes off. I want to pick this up and move it over like that. Just so we're not sitting on this frame. Cool. So now, those 3 bolts should come out, and after they come out, this should separate. Hopefully, that's the plan at least. Here soon it's supposed to be pretty warm outside, so I want to try to get it down as far as I can so I can start painting. There we go. That takes care of all that. So now we have it split completely in half. If I want to, we could take that off and take the gearbox out. The gearbox is fine, there's really no reason to pull that apart, so I'm just going to leave that alone. It should have fluid in it still. So we need to unhook our linkages, actually. That's one thing that we don't want to do, because we are going to be taking them out one way or another. So That's got a color pin in it. Those have, well, it just threads in. We could take the dash off, I guess. It just threads into it, it looks like. Hopefully. Let's see if we can get this dash off of here. This could be fun. This hasn't been off yet. I know the middle tunnel has, not the rest. Well, let's see. There we go. Actually, this is still here. Yeah, I forgot about that. This won't come off over top of here because of the collar. That's no big deal, but it's nice to know that that's loose now, so once I loosen the steering from the bottom, we can go on ahead and get the center off. So yeah, cool. So let's see if we can get this lift assembly off of here. Yeah, they're all going to take some effort for sure. Worth a shot. Grab a breaker bar and we'll take them. Okay, let's see. What the hell? Next. I have a feeling that that has a nut on the back. Nope. Yeah, that does. So, okay, well, we'll deal with him later. But those two don't, and this one doesn't, right? That one does. I can feel it on the back. Usually you can feel one. I actually don't feel one on this guy. So, okay, I guess he doesn't. So let's get this off. Look at that blue. That has a really nice blue underneath of that. If you're ever curious on what color your tractor originally was, start taking stuff off of it and look. You can see that right there. That's the blue that this tractor used to be, and honestly, that's a really nice blue. I really like that blue. Yeah, I really like the blue that they used on these Homelites. Alright, so there's two. So let's get the third one. Oh, damn. I was gonna say that'd be awesome if it did it. Got it. There we go. So now it's gonna be the fun part of fighting with this thing. I'm not sure how to take this apart, to be completely honest with you. I think this is just, there's a pin right here. Yeah, that's what I thought. It has an Allen head bolt that holds this onto there. Well, we'll have to get that off later. I want to get that nut right there. And once we get that nut, we can take this inner part out of our dash, and once this inner part is out of the dash, then we can take the dash steering out. Or let me rephrase it. We can take the steering out of the dash, and then once the steering's out of the dash, we can pull it the rest of the way apart. Where is that wrench? I had a 9/16 wrench. Apparently I lost it. Nice. See here. So once we get this out of here, yeah, this used to be really nice glue. I'm gonna have to try to find a glue that's close to it. So once this is out, I want to find, I can't remember how to take the steering apart. I think I remember a little bit of the steering, but not all of it. But that's what we need to do next. So let's pull this out of here. Oh, and it's got all the wiring under it. Nice. Oh, I remember how this goes. It's held into a U-joint. Hang on, let me find you a better. Not sure if you see it in there or not, but what I'm turning right now is the U-joint for the steering, and that's what we need to loosen in order to get the steering out of this tractor. I think both of them are 1/2 inch. I think. Let's see. Yes. So if we can get this guy to come out, that eliminates this problem. Then once this bolt comes out of here, we can take the steering all apart. Let me grab a ratchet, actually. Let's see if we can get in here and get this taken apart. Yeah, I'm sorry, I know my hands are in the way. There's not really a good place to get the camera in here where you guys can see. Otherwise I would. I think I've actually shown this before on the channel somewhere. I think on the video of putting the steering in this tractor, because the steering in it was seized. I had to take it apart. Alright, let's see. Do we get it? Can we? Look at that. So now, when I do that, I should be able to pull that. There we go, we got it. So yeah, now, I might just cut those wires. As much as I hate to do that. So, yeah, there we go. Get that all took care of, so this can go somewhere else. And then this guy needs to be removed. I didn't even think about that until just now, to be honest with you. That's just half-inch or 7/16 now. It's either 3/8 or 7/16 is what I meant. Let's see if it's 7. It is not. It's 3. Or is it? Whatever I put on there at the time. Turn it by this, but not by hand. That's kind of annoying. So that's took care of. So I think now we just got to get all the stuff out of this frame, plus the engine. And yeah. So let's see if we can figure this out. Looks just like a pin. See that? So I'm assuming that this should just pull, hopefully. Well, I know how this is supposed to go, but it's just a matter of how rusted. What is it? I doubt this will work, but I'll give it a shot. So now, we should be able to get this out of here. There we go. Look at that. Should come off, I would think, easily. Seeing as the lever does indeed move. Well, let's figure it out, shall we? If you're wondering why I'm doing that, trying to get it to loosen up, and it seems like every time you hit it, it gets easier and wants to move a little more. So now that we have it loosened up and we got a little bit of a gap in here. There we go, we got it. That's what I was trying to get. So I think now we got a plastic bushing in here, I see. I feel like that should move a little bit easier than it does. Set this over here and let's see if this does what I think it's going to do. You can't hit on, well maybe you can if you're careful and don't hit the threads or bend this. Something tells me this hasn't been out of here in a number of years. Let's throw some lube at it. Maybe that'll encourage it to go. Let's see, what do we get when we do this? Liquid encouragement. Push it back through. Get some of that in there and then we'll pull it out. There we go. There we go. Now I'm going to spray it again because I don't want to destroy that plastic bearing bushing, and I'm going to push it back in. The reason is to spread the lubricant around. See, now after I did that, this moves a lot easier. So doing that oils it up and it should make it come out easier, which yes it did. Cool. So there we go. So that takes care of this. So now, I think we need to pull this assembly out of here for the rock shaft. I might leave that, well, I don't know, I might leave that in there. I guess we'll see. So yeah, not really much left to take apart on this thing. I gotta take the beveled gearbox out. I'm not really sure if I want to take that out or not. I really don't have a choice. So yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can get these foot pans off of here. I don't think they'll be that difficult to get. I need my impact. And then once I have that, we can go on ahead and get them off. I'm pretty sure that the one back there is not held in by a nut. I assume that the ones on bottom are because I've seen them. That's what I thought. There's one. Is that one? I don't know what that one does. There's another one up here. So I think I'm going to go on ahead and take the other one off camera. We'll get this one off since we already started on it. I'm sure you want to see what's under here. So let's take that off. There we go. So, yeah. Let me get the other side off and I'll bring the camera back because, yeah, it's probably the exact same. Alright guys, want to take a second. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If it's your first time checking out my channel, please consider going down below, hitting that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a thing. Tells YouTube you guys like the videos and want to see more. Tells myself the same thing. I apologize for the lack of videos. I haven't really had the ambition I used to for whatever reason when it came to coming out here and making videos. I've kind of been more enjoying working on stuff at my own pace. When I pull the camera out, I feel like I have to rush it and get it done, where if I just work on it at my own pace, I'm not rushed and or worrying about it. For example, I have that farmall sitting back there in the other bay. That one has been my latest project that I've been working on kind of by myself, not really recording it. So I don't know. I am trying to get back into the swing of making videos again, but like I said, I kind of lost my ambition. I'm starting to get it back though, so here eventually we'll hopefully be getting back to our normal programming. I gotta pick up some more stuff. I've had some other things going on in life also, so hasn't really been as much as I used to be, but here soon I'll be hopefully picking back up on stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. I was wanting to be a little bit more ahead on this tractor than I am right now, but this is where I decided to cut the video. Need something for the weekend. Today is actually Christmas, and was trying to get this done before the end of New Year's, but well, we're not quite there yet. All that needs to be done currently is the engine needs to be pulled out of the frame and the front axle needs to come off, and I also got to figure out that gearbox. I'm to the point where I'm thinking I'm just going to leave that gearbox in there and let it get painted with the rest of the frame. The frame is all going to be blue, the front axle is going to be blue, and there was some other parts of it that are going to be blue. So that's all going to be blue. The gearbox should be black, but it can be blue. So yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care.